That's a full down, like go over the whole guitar, blend all the sharp edges, make sure there's no scratches or what we call swirl marks in the guitar. They're going to take this down. Some parts of it are going to be taken down to 320, some parts are going to be taken down to 400, okay? With this, all the edges have already been blended. All we're doing is interested is getting out some major heavy scratches from cutting the heel and blending all the sharp parts that are left. And we're only going to take this guitar down to 220 for core, okay? The next step is what we call rain fill and stinging. Basically, your mahogany, or most wood in general, has a lot of pores, right? You have to fill those pores with something. Otherwise, if you sprayed finish on bare wood, it would sink, and you'd have pinholes in your finish everywhere, okay? So, we're gonna take a oil-based rain fill at this point, and we're gonna rub it by hand into the whole guitar, okay? Fill all those pores up. Then we're gonna take and we're gonna hand stain the top, all right? That's the same as we do in core for the most part. One of the major differences, all right, black cherry. In core, that's a 7-coat stain process. In S2, it's a 2-coat stain process, okay? So we save labor on some of those things as well. The reason being is that in core, the color is going to have much more depth. It's going to have much more character and color differences and stuff like that. The other thing is with grain, fine grain, or plain pearl, if you can stain it so dark that none of the pearl really shows. So you really have to work with each stain to make sure you pop that pearl out, okay? With S2, we're not so much worried about that, okay? And you can see some curl in here, but it's not really highlighted as much, okay? And that's the difference in some of your stains and stuff like that. The next thing that we're gonna do, which really diverges from core, is we're gonna spray the toner on. All this red on the back, the sides, and the neck is all a sprayed on color, all right? In core, that happens after they put polyester on the guitar. They're gonna poly the guitar, then they're gonna spray on the color, and then they'll apply clear. Here we're applying the color directly to the wood, all right? And I'll explain why. You move over here, all right? This is a poly guitar, all right? One of the main reasons why we spray the color on first is we're sealing that color under a thicker layer of poly, all right? Once you put clear on a core guitar, the color goes underneath the clear. If you burn through the clear, you're gonna burn the color. And then you have to strip all that color and all that clear off, and you have to start over from scratch, okay? With this, what we're doing is we're sealing those color coats underneath of the poly, and then you put the clear on top of that. And if you burn through the clear, there's not as much rework involved, okay? You just burn through the clear, you scuff it down, you respray it with clear, and you're good to go, okay? So this gives us a safety net by doing it this way, all right? So this is poly guitar. What we're gonna do is sand that guitar down, and the design of this guitar allows us to really sand it down because it's all flat surfaces for the most part. So it's a lot easier to sand down. We do have some rounded edges, but the whole guitar, and we're actually sanding less on this than what we would on a core guitar as well. So that's one of the things. It's going to get prepped for clear. Get sprayed with acrylic urethane, which is our clear coat, which gives us that dipped in glass look. All right. Now this still has to go through another sanding operation. We'll take a 1500 grit sandpaper. We'll sand that down. And we'll take it and we'll buff those scratches out. And then once it's done, approved, it'll be moved to final assembly where we'll put all the parts on it, okay? And this guitar is ready to be played, essentially, okay? Again, this is the black cherry. Now, some of the major differences, I've had people ask about, I hear your pickups are SE pickups, and that's not true, okay? Our pick guards and our custom pickups are manufactured by G&D, which is from Korea, okay? They do make our SE pickups. However, all these pickups are manufactured to our specifications. The custom pickups, I know we went through 3 different iterations of the custom pickups before Paul was happy with the design of the pickups, okay? So, the Bixby, the bridge on the Starlight is made by Bixby. The trem bridge is the SE bridge. The mirror bridge is the same bridge that we use on our core guitars. All right. The strings are the same. The nut is the same. The locking tuner design is the same. So you're getting a lot of the same, same quality that you can get with a core guitar, but it's much easier for us to manufacture. All right. Any questions?